An honor and privilege to be here with you tonight. We are always just so grateful to be here with Sandy and Dale and Kayla and Betty and all of you. Honestly, I can't tell you how much it means to us to have this opportunity to be here with you guys tonight. So we are very excited about our topic for this evening. It is something very near and dear to our hearts. In fact, nutrition has played such a vital role in my personal healing journey and the healing journey of people very near and dear to me, very close to me, so much so that it inspired me to go back and get my doctorate as a doctor of functional nutrition. So we're just so excited to be here to talk to you tonight about our topic. So let me get our slides up. If you guys can do me a favor and let me know in the comments if you guys are live with us here. Can you see those slides okay? Are they
If
showing?
it looks great, Dr. Ruth.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent. All right. And Dr. Gough he said he's just about cleared his emergency department. So he's going to be hopping in and out with us. So Sandy and Kayla, if you guys don't mind keeping an eye out for him and highlighting his video when he hops on, he is I'm obviously biased, but I think that he is such a valuable wealth of information. So without further ado, smart supplementation, the what, the when, and the how of empowered supplementation to enhance our healthy lifestyles and help us achieve our goals of longevity and vitality. How many of you guys here would say that you share that common goal, longevity and vitality? Now, we know that what we're going to talk about tonight is very, very clearly an enhancement to a healthy lifestyle. The most important nutrition that we're going to get is from our food, but the smart supplementation is critical, and we're going to talk about a little bit about why. So whether you're joining us live tonight or you're catching a recording later, we just want you to know we are so grateful that you're showing up for yourself tonight. Today is much more than just a class or a gathering. It's actually an invitation for each of us to elevate our wellness routine with intelligent and intentional and science-backed supplementation. And that's what doTERRA has. That's why, as a board-certified physician, Dr. Gough, and as a PhD holding functional nutritionist and clinical master aromatherapist, I have aligned myself with doTERRA. There is a purity and a power to the supplements that doTERRA has to offer that we do not find anywhere else. So we are very excited to talk about this science-backed supplementation and what it can do for you. Our plan tonight is that we're going to walk you through doTERRA's best-in-class supplements, not only what they are, but actually how to use them and why they matter at a biochemical level, what they can do to transform our energy, our digestion, our hormones, our focus, our metabolism, our immunity, and just healthy aging and vitality. Like, how does that sound to you guys? If we're missing any key elements that you'd like to hear, drop them in the comments because we are excited to make sure that you are served as you are here with us today. So I think the most important part of our class, though, is going to be how to come home to ourselves, how these supplements help us to feel at home in our bodies, to feel at ease, to give ourselves the fuel that we need to truly heal at an energetic level, a physical level, an emotional level. We're looking to be more resilient and more vibrant and more empowered. So as a physician and as a clinical aromatherapist and functional nutritionist, we do not recommend products lightly. Every single supplement that we're going to share with you tonight has earned our respect through rigorous formulation and clinical relevance and real-world results. And Dr. Gough and I have spent hours upon hours upon hours in the laboratory ourselves with these products. We've used them personally on ourselves and on hundreds, some of these thousands and thousands of our clients. And most importantly, these are the things that we use in our home that we trust for ourselves and we trust for our children. We've also had the privilege of speaking with many of doTERRA's scientists who help formulate and test these supplements that we're going to talk about. And so you can know that tonight is not a sales pitch. Tonight is a time for education, a time for empowerment, and we are sharing only things that we put our name to. And that is really important to us because just like all of you, our good name is the most valuable thing that we have. So tonight we're going to cover the foundation of our whole body wellness. We're going to start out with VMG, E omega. We'll talk a little bit about A to Z, and then we'll dive into the counterpart to our optimal foundational wellness, which of course starts with our PB Restore. And then we'll talk about digestive health and assimilation, and then move up the tower to metabolic and mitochondrial optimization. And then we're going to talk about targeted longevity and hydration and beauty supports, and then talk about hormones and additional supports for our body. We're also going to talk about very practical tips and protocols and research highlights and personal insights. So if you're here to feel better tonight, feel free to sit back and enjoy. This class is being recorded, and the recording will be available thanks to Sandy and Dale and Betty and their extraordinary hospitality. We have also made our entire slide deck available to them, and they will make that available to all of you. And so feel free to take some notes, but don't feel like you need to spend your entire evening taking screenshots and notes. We just want to allow you the space so that when something touches your heart or your mind, you can write that down. Because oftentimes in these classes, it's the things that are not said that are the most important to each of us in our wellness journey. And so with no further ado, are you guys ready to hop in?
Dr. Ruth, we have Dr. Gough on the line.
Woo! Hey, Andrew, how are you?
I am good. How you doing, guys?
So good. Oh, hooray. Oh my goodness. It is so good to see you, honey. Dr. Gough is with us. He's in the emergency department tonight, but oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see you. So Doc, we're just talking about our foundation and why supplements matter more now than ever. So I can get us started, but you just hop in and share what is most important to you. When we're sitting next to each other, he always gives my hand a squeeze when he has something to share, and I give his hand a squeeze when I've got something to share, but we'll just see how it goes.
Actually, let me just, if it's okay. So I had a student work with me today, and so we were talking, and I was saying how when I was a student, when I was taking care of people with strokes, heart attacks, type 2 diabetes, a lot of chronic problems, they were like older people defined as older than 65 years old. Okay. Now,
Which is not old. That's young.
which is young. In just over a decade that I've been practicing, I'm getting closer to that age, but more alarming, I'm seeing that age come down. I'm taking care of people in the emergency department who are like in their late 30s, early 40s, having heart attacks, having strokes. I'm seeing more and more people with problems from diabetes, type 2, at a younger age. And as we got talking, I was like, it's not an individual problem. If it was an individual problem, it wouldn't be so widespread. And what it comes down to, I truly believe, is we're missing the foundation of health and wellness, and that is our diet. Food has drastically changed. And so I love that, how do we fix this? We focus on that base. We don't focus on medicine because no one has been cured of hypertension by taking hypertension medications. It's something which you start on and you're on for long term. Same thing with diabetes. I love that with doTERRA, it's given us a wise approach at taking care of our health, and that starts with addressing how we're fueling our body, because our body can do incredible things, but we have to provide it with the right tools, the right nutrients, all of the vitamins, minerals, polyphenols, phytonutrients that it needs to function optimally. And when it does, our body will do incredible things.
I mean, it's made to heal itself, Doc, right?
Exactly.
So in a perfect world, friends, we would get everything that we need from our food, but we do not live in a perfect world. Modern agriculture has actually stripped our soils. Food is harvested early, it's stored long, and it's often processed in ways that degrade the nutrient density. Even the healthiest eaters that we know, and I work with people who pay a lot of money to know how to eat as healthy as they possibly can for them and their families. Even they, when we do their labs, are nutrient deficient. The biggest culprits that we see are magnesium, omega-3s, B vitamins, and so on. So if you add to the nutrient deficiency in our foods, then Dr. Gough, help me with this list, but just our lifestyles. We live in a high stress world, which burns nutrients faster. We have digestive challenges, which are impair our absorption. We are aging, which reduces enzyme production and our cellular efficiency. And we have tons of environmental toxins, which increase antioxidant needs. So in this world, I believe that supplementation is not optional, it's strategic. And when it's done right, it is absolutely life-changing.
Right. And I would also say a lot of people like, I don't want to take supplements because I don't like taking pills. And I remind them, I'm like, you can either supplement now or take medication later. Like, it just depends what pill, how do you want to utilize your money and what pills do you want to take? I would
Absolutely.
much rather do what I can to preserve my health.
Absolutely. So we are talking about, to start out with, foundational wellness. And this is what our family actually calls our health insurance policy. We have a health insurance policy through the hospital that Andrew works for, but that is not what keeps us healthy. That's what supports us when we are sick, which honestly, we pay way too much for it because we frankly never use it except when one of our kids falls off the beam or gets kicked in soccer or something and we break a bone. But our vital tools that keep us healthy are these things that we're about to talk about. So let's dive in with VMG Plus, which is our whole food nutrient complex. So what is VMG Plus? It is our next generation multivitamin crafted as a powdered all-in-one daily supplement that's going to replace your multivitamin, your multimineral, and your greens powder. So when we had Lifelong Vitality, this VMG Plus is our Alpha CRS Plus, it is our greens, and it is our VMZ, right? All of it together, okay? There are over 90 ingredients in this incredible product with 330 phytonutrients to support fundamental well-being. It is 100% whole food. And friends, I will tell you this, you will not find another supplement in this class anywhere, not on the internet, not in your big box store, not in your health food store that can say that. That is 100% whole food based. So in here, we've got antioxidant support, digestive enzymes, probiotics, and so much more, right? Those 90 ingredients include whole food derived vitamins, which to me as a functional nutritionist are so incredibly beautiful, right? We've got our methylated B vitamin complex. We've got D3, we've got K2, we've got C, A, E. You have bioavailable chelated minerals like chelated magnesium, calcium, selenium. We have phytonutrient-rich fruits and vegetable blends, prebiotic digestive enzyme complex, clinically relevant antioxidants, trace essential oils for enhanced absorption and synergy. And the research on these are mind-blowing, how much more you get in bioavailability from this. And it's all in a tasty, mixable, like citrus greens sort of a flavor. It's vegan, it's gluten-free, no artificial flavors, no fillers, no synthetic folic acid or cheap ingredients. And like its biggest competitors, no central nervous stimulants like caffeine, no sugar, no junk, nothing synthetic. No one else in this space is even close to this. So why does it matter? The formulation is designed to nourish every major system of your body, especially the ones that you and I depend on most for life. So energy production via our B complex, our coenzyme Q10, our magnesium, our brain and our mood health. We're getting that via our methylated folate, our choline, and our antioxidants. Hormone balance via our zinc, our selenium, our B6. Immune regulation. Add to this list as you think of things, Andrew. I'm just spitballing here. D3, C, and bioflavonoids with immune regulation. Detox and liver function. Our greens, our milk thistle, our turmeric. Gut integrity, pre and postbiotics and enzymes. So we have recommended many professional grade supplements over the years. Lifelong Vitality has been an absolute staple in our household. And in the areas where you don't have VMG Plus yet, I will tell you it is still the very best supplement you can get until you have access to VMG Plus. But VMG in this space, it holds its own. And unlike capsules, it's actually really enjoyable to take, and it's available for every age group. So we do less for younger, we do more for older, less for smaller, more for bigger, right? It's for everyone, from children, from infants, all the way to seniors. And especially if you're stressed, exhausted, pregnant, perimenopausal, recovering from illness, parenting, need to sleep better, need more vitality, this is for you. So Dr. Gough, how do you use this?
Yeah, I love this as a supplement because it's so easy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a powder packet, so you just rip it open and then add it to just about any liquid you want. I wouldn't recommend hot water or hot liquid. It's better if it's room temperature or a little cold. And so you can have it with water if you like the flavor profile, or if you want to change it up a little bit, you can add it to things. You could add it to a smoothie if you wanted to. One thing which I like to do in the mornings when I take my VMG Plus is also add a PB Assist packet and a Meta Power Advantage. And I like doing that because I get all the benefits from VMG Plus, plus I get the collagen from the Meta Power Advantage, plus I get the good bacteria to further support my gut. All in a simple drink, which takes me 2 minutes to do in the morning. And I am like doing something which is going to drastically improve my health and help me long term.
Absolutely. And like on a personal note, as a physician and as a doctor mom, this is non-negotiable. It is what I recommend to every client, to every patient, to every family member. We take it daily, and when I skip it, I feel it. Okay. So our takeaway from this is that VMG Plus is a foundational nourishment done right. It is designed specifically to restore, to protect, to energize from the inside out at a cellular level. And I love what Alex DeBell shared with us. On this slide, guys, and on several of our slides, you're going to see a QR code, and that QR code takes you to our Geek Doc. So it's a Google Doc where every time we find another study or something else that's really interesting about the different products that we're talking about, we just put it in here. It's a Google Doc. It's accessible to anyone. You can go and look at it. You're welcome to share it with anyone. But our Geek Doc is on here. But this is a direct quote from Alex DeBell. So he said, when he was asked, how does VMG Plus compare to other things that are available on the market? He said, VMG has vitamins and minerals coming from natural botanical sources. Our bodies respond differently to natural nutrients and compared to synthetics. Because VMG Plus includes micronutrients from botanical sources, you get 330 other phytonutrients in VMG Plus that other products and synthetics do not have. This is the food matrix that others talk about, but VMG Plus actually delivers on. Other key differentiators, and listen up here, guys, because this is huge, all right? Key differentiators between VMG Plus and competitors include essential oils, liposomes, key probiotics, fruit-derived enzymes, biotransformed nutrients, prebiotic fiber, plant-based amino acid, fermented N-acetylcysteine, glucophorin and broccoli seed, etc., etc., etc. He says, our pursuit of purity demanded that doTERRA stay true to the very best nature has to offer, avoiding the allure of convenient imitations. And he says, VMG Plus tastes amazing, and single serving delivery is so easy to use and to share. So I'd like to hear in the comments what your absolute favorite ways to use this. I want to hear your testimonials, what you love this. Yes, you could add this to your powdered protein. As long as it's at room temperature or below, you're absolutely fine. I don't like to over process my VMG Plus. I don't like to really put it in my blender too much or anything. So I would add it to my smoothie after. I shake it up like Andrew does also with the power pack that we'll talk about in a little bit. But we absolutely love it. And if you're wondering about dosage and different ages, and that's all in the Google Doc. So lots and lots of questions that I'm seeing in the chat are going to be answered for you in the Google Doc, but we have a lot of ground to cover, and we're spending a significant portion of our time right here at the very front because these are the foundational things that I recommend for everyone. If you're going to do just one thing for yourself, do foundational wellness. That's VMD plus, E Omega plus, PB Restore, and for me, definitely Terrazyme. So let's talk a little bit about E Omega plus and the essential oil omega complex, Dr. Gough. I'll start, and then will you talk a little bit about the studies? Is that okay?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, so E Omega plus is marine sourced omega-3 supplements providing 800 milligrams of EPA and DHA from wild caught Nordic fish. These are the purest, most potent fish on the planet. It has plant-based omega precursors and a microdose of doTERRA's wild orange essential oil for antioxidant synergy and fresh burp-free experiences. How many of you guys have chewed on an E Omega? Have any of you guys raise your hands? Let me know. Have you chewed one? I was expecting disaster, all right? And I was absolutely wrong. I've never been so pleased to be wrong in my life, okay? It tastes great. In fact, my kids chew over swallow, not because they can't swallow. They can swallow a handful of supplements, no problem, but they enjoy the chewing experience. Dr. Gough and I go back and forth, but if I need to freshen my breath or I need to get some brain food to focus and calm down quickly, I will just chew on an E Omega plus, and my oh my, does it deliver. So that microdose of wild orange that we're talking about is 100 milligrams per capsule. So a full dose is going to give you 300 milligrams of wild orange essential oil. Together, these provide just incredible, clean, potent goodness. So remember, your body cannot make EPA or DHA. These fats have to come from supplementation, yet 90% of Americans are deficient. Omega-3s are critical and essential for things like brain structure, neurotransmitter function, what else? Mood, stability, cognitive clarity, our hormone balance and fertility, cardiovascular health, cholesterol regulation. I'm giving away.
There's so many good things, and when you look at the studies,
yeah.
oh, like yeah. So you were talking about studies.
Yeah.
What I love when it comes to the studies, is that when they did a comparison of different supplements, different fish oil supplements, 82% of them did not comply with their own label claims to the EPA and DHA ratios. Okay, which is crazy to me, right? I like to think we live in a world where we can trust what's on the package, but you can't always trust, unfortunately. So I love that with doTERRA, you got third-party testing, which is verifying everything.
Yes.
And I really do appreciate that doTERRA hasn't just got good ratios of EPA and DHA, but they've got really good sources of DHA and EPA, which is going to make it so much better for our bodies. Okay.
Well, it's going to be the doTERRA difference, right? Like the doTERRA difference is internal regulation, self-regulation. There are not many major corporations out there in the world today, or government organizations, or any organizations. Heavens, there are not many people whose core values are self-regulation. But doTERRA, they're not waiting for someone else to tell them that they need to be pure and potent every single time. They are fastidious and have so much integrity about this self-regulation, which is why we trust it. They have higher than pharmaceutical grade tests on their lavender, on consistency, batch over batch. I mean, like this is huge, okay? But the research goes deeper.
Yeah. So what they found is as people start taking doTERRA's Omega Plus, they found that the diastolic blood pressure is coming down. Okay, which is awesome. Okay, as someone who has high blood pressure running in the family, I love that I can take something like the Omega Plus to have a very positive impact on my blood pressure. Okay, knowing as well that blood pressure is one of the most chronic problems we see in medicine as well. Okay, and it does lead to long-term problems, especially to the cardiovascular system. So if you want to protect your cardiovascular system, improve your blood pressure, this is an easy way to do it. But that's not the only thing. Okay, it also decreases the resting heart rate. Okay, and part of that is because it's helping our body to respond better to stress. Okay, having a healthy heart rate is so important. And I love that again, where we live in such a stressful world, taking the Omega Plus is going to be something which helps us to just kind of not eliminate the stress, because it's hard to do, but to be able to manage the stress. And that's so important, especially for, you know, for me, where I'm working in a stressful job, and I know I'm not the only one working in a stressful job. So I love that I can do something proactive to protect me from that stress.
Absolutely. And you guys are going to see here another QR code to our Geek Docs. Again, those are free, open, available. You don't have to put in an email address or anything. You just click on the link and it takes you right to the Google Doc. We are adding to these or live documents. So they're anytime we see something fascinating, we add that to the document. But key things, who is this for, right? This is for everyone, children to adults. The only people that this is not going to be for are people who absolutely want their omegas plant-based. And we still have the VE Omega Plus for that, which is fantastic. A wonderful, wonderful source with flaxseed, borage, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay.
So there's a question which I think is actually a really good one. Do you mind if I answer it super quick?
Yeah.
Love?
Yeah.
So the question was, what does E-Omega do if you have low blood pressure? Okay, so one thing which I love about taking supplements as opposed to medication is that when you take supplements, you get not just one active ingredient, but you're getting, in this case, like 90, okay, plus all the polyphenols. Why is that significant? Okay, when we take
Oh no. Guys, sometimes his internet cuts out for a second, but I'm sure what he's saying is so fascinating. He'll be back.
a blood pressure, okay, so lisinopril, it's an converted names. The more lisinopril you take, the lower the blood pressure is going to be, okay, because it works on one reaction in one direction. When you take something like E-Omega Plus or other supplements, instead of one reaction that you're impacting, you're impacting on a cascade of reactions, and that allows the body to regulate itself. Okay, the body works best in a kind of like in homeostasis. Too much or too little isn't good. The body's always trying to maintain its equilibrium in this nice or the Goldilocks way, just right. Okay. And so if you've got low blood pressure, is it safe to take E-Omega? Absolutely. Okay.
That is recommended.
Yeah, it is, right? And the other thing I like about E-Omega is that there's a study out there showing that as people supplement with omegas, their overall all-cause mortality is reduced. Meaning, if you want to reduce the chances of having chronic problems or dying, take an omega. As a physician, I cannot tell you how frustrating it is that we have this knowledge out there, and yet this isn't the first thing which we're telling people to do in our family medicine clinics. Like, increase your supplementation of omegas, you will live longer and better.
Right. So, and we have personally seen in our own practice patients who, in conjunction, working directly with their prescribing physicians, have been able to come off their antidepressants safely, reduce statin dependency, feel human again. And we've only had this E-Omega since last September. Just by addressing omega-3 deficiencies, if you look at the research that's available, it is monumental. There are thousands of data points out there, dozens of meta-analyses. This is irrefutable. E-Omega Plus is one of the highest quality sources we've seen in over 20 years of practice. So the key takeaway here, before we need to move on, E-Omega feeds your brain, calms inflammation, fuels vitality. This omega-3 therapy tastes good and it feels better. All right. It's actually a pleasurable experience, which is uncommon for something like in this sphere. Okay. So E-Omega Plus and VMG Plus, they work best together, and they work best in combination with PB Restore, which is what we're about to talk about. These were formulated to work together. They're most powerful together. Vitamins and minerals act as cofactors in our biochemical chain reactions in our body, while the omega-3s provide the lipid matrix that stabilizes our cell membranes and supports electrical communication in our nervous system. So when we use that all together, it really fuels vitality, and all of that together helps your microbiome be well fueled and just a fertile ground for optimal breeding. So when you take these things together, you're going to notice optimal energy and mitochondrial function. Help me with the list, Andrew. Like stronger immunity and resilience, sharper focus and mental clarity, great hormone harmony. A lot of people have been telling us they are so very happy just using the foundational wellness bundle. And
healthy joints,
healthy
better
joints.
recovery, better
Yes.
nails, skin, hair.
Yes. So
all the
our
good
clients do not take just one of these things. They take them in combination. They take the trio. And here's why. But before we talk about that, just really quick, we do want you to know.
I'm really sorry, guys. I need to get back to work, but it's been lovely. I'm so glad I was able to jump on for a little bit.
Maybe you'll be able to pop back in before the end. We're wrapping up in about 25 minutes. So
Okay. All right. Take care, guys.
Love you, Dr. Gough. See you later.
Love you too.
Okay, we did just want you to know that Lifelong Vitality and A to Z chewables are still available. They're very high quality, but for all age groups, our top recommendation is VMG Plus, if possible, with the E Omegas and E Omega Plus. And if you're doing the A to Z, you still want to be doing the E Omega Plus. Some people just can't handle the drink. And if so, they have the chewable option through the A to Z, or they have the swallowable option through the Lifelong Vitality. So we just want to make sure that we are getting the foundational wellness that we absolutely need to make such a difference in our bodies. So now let's talk about our digestive system, and we're going to talk about that PB Restore that we keep hinting about, okay? So what is PB Restore? It is an advanced diversity restoring probiotic complex. All right. So if people ask you, what is it? That's what it is. It includes 24 strains across 22 different species, which equals about 18 billion different CFUs, prebiotics, postbiotics, which are the fermentation metabolites, and then bacteriophages, which target harmful microbes in your body. This is the replant the rainforest moment for your gut microbiome and every microbiome throughout your body. So why does it matter? All right. What is the why behind this? Your microbiome affects digestion and nutrient absorption, mood. This is huge. Your microbiome is the biggest indicator in your mood and neurotransmitter production, like serotonin and GABA. Okay. Immune modulation and inflammation control, skin clarity, metabolism, even cognition. When people are having skin problems, I always say, let's treat your microbiome. Let's get your gut in order. Let's get everything in order there. And 9 times out of 10, the skin problems are going to disappear. Your skin is the mirror for your microbiome. So after antibiotics or illness or stress or poor diet, the gut becomes imbalanced. It's called dysbiosis. So PB Restore is going to help diversify the flora and rebalance the ecosystem that moves through. Our microbiome is actually the largest, it's an invisible organ. It's the largest invisible organ in our body. Every single piece and part of your body, including your skin, has a microbiome that is positively impacted through PB Restore. So who is this for? Anyone who's ever taken antibiotics, had food poisoning, or any type of gut distress, those struggling with irregularity or bloating or fatigue or cravings, people wanting a gut health reset. And for me, I want optimal mood, and I want brain vitality. And so for me, it's every day, every day, every day. All right. So ideally, you're going to take 1 capsule daily, right with a meal, refrigerate it after opening it for potency, if you're going to be using it over longer than a 60-day period. If you're going to have it just open for about 60 days, then you don't need to refrigerate it. But if you're just using them now and again, I do recommend putting them in your refrigerator. So our takeaway with PB Restore is repopulating our internal ecosystem. PB Restore brings biodiversity back to our belly, back to every part of our microbiome, and brings balance back to our life emotionally, physically, mentally, energetically, on every single level. All right. The next part, which is a key foundation for me, and with my nemesis, which has been ulcerative colitis and all of the fun things that come along with that for many, many, many years. Terrazyme is my very best friend. So what is Terrazyme? It's a broad spectrum enzyme blend that breaks down all of the major components of your food. So it turns proteins into amino acids. It's going to turn your carbohydrates into sugars. It's going to turn your fats into fatty acids. It's going to turn your fiber into prebiotic components. It's going to turn your lactose into digestible sugars that your body can use directly for immediate energy. It also contains a very soothing trio of peppermint and ginger and caraway, which natural carminatives that calm the gut lining. And if you don't already follow Dr. Scott Johnson on social media, I would start following him. Just yesterday, he posted a really cool study about peppermint and caraway together, used together, what they found about gut health. It was incredible. And both of those things are in this and the next thing I'm going to talk about. So why does Terrazyme matter? If you have ever felt bloaty or gassy or tired after meals or seen undigested food in your stool, you are enzyme deficient. So Terrazyme is going to support improved digestion and nutrient absorption. You're going to have less bloating, cramping, discomfort. You're going to have relief from food sensitivities and occasional intolerances, and you're going to have increased energy post-meal. So who is it for? It's for everyone. You can open it up for little ones that can't quite swallow it yet. You can put it into smoothies for people who don't like to swallow, or you just knock it back if you are someone who can swallow. But especially every older adult, and by older adult, I mean 40 pluses. So me and all my friends, all right? Our enzyme production, metabolic enzyme production, it declines with age. And so it's very, very critical that even if we're getting good amounts of digestive enzymes in our food, that we start to supplement. Anyone with a history of GI distress or reflux or sluggish digestion, and anyone eating cooked or processed or high protein meals that are low in fiber and live digestive enzymes. So anytime you're going to do that, do yourself a favor and give yourself Terrazyme. I love my dear friend Betty Torres says she just takes the bottle when she's out with her girlfriends at a meal. She just puts it on the table and she says, guys, if you want to feel great tomorrow after this meal and really digest properly, use this Terrazyme. And she has brought so many people into the doTERRA family just by doing this. So the takeaway, or I guess how to use it really first, 1 to 3 capsules with meals. You can also use it for a systemic effect, all on its own. So just in the morning on an empty stomach, I like to take it. In the evening on an empty stomach, I like to take it. This is a systemic way for inflammation and joint pain. A little known fact about Terrazyme is it's really great at helping to rebuild soft tissues. So if you have any type of soft tissue damage or you're repairing after surgery, Terrazyme is really great at helping our body create those soft tissues and fibers with excellent elasticity. So try a capsule on an empty stomach to really optimize that. So our takeaway then would be, you're not what you eat. You are what you absorb. Okay. Have you heard everyone in the world saying you are what you eat? You're not. You aren't what you eat. You're what you absorb. Terrazyme unlocks our nutrients that our body needs to thrive and helps us absorb the best things from our nutrition. Then we're going to talk about PB Assist Plus. This is our daily probiotic maintenance. This is our daily microbiome like maintenance plan. Okay. It's a family-friendly probiotic plus with a prebiotic. It's in a sachet. It feels like a treat. It tastes like a treat. I absolutely love it. And it delivers 13 clinically studied prebiotic strains, 7 billion CFUs, FOS prebiotic fiber, microencapsulation for survival through the stomach acid, naturally sweet strawberry melon flavor that tastes like a treat. What else, guys? What am I missing? Put it in the notes here. Unlike many of the probiotics, after reaching the gut, PB Assist Plus and PB Restore are specifically created to use patent-protected delivery systems to ensure that the live cultures actually arrive where they're needed in your gut. Most expensive probiotics on the market skip this vital step, and most of it is killed by your stomach acid and bile. So why does this matter? This is your daily gut guardian, and it is designed to keep digestion regular and efficient, crowd out harmful bacteria, strengthen immune resilience, improve nutrient synthesis, especially important for things like B12, K2, and folate. And it reduces our gas, bloating, and tummy troubles in all ages. So who's it for? Kids, adults, everyone in between. The thing that's really cool is PB Assist Plus works in a probiome with our PB Restore Probio Complex beautifully synergistically. They have different strains that work really, really well together. But PB Assist Plus is specifically targeted for the gut health. So children, infants on up, people with developing immune system and digestive systems, I highly recommend this for. Anyone post-cleanse, post-antibiotic, for daily flora maintenance. So I like to recommend 1 sachet a day. More is not going to hurt you, but like waste not, want not, right? Pour it directly into your mouth, or you can stir it into 4 to 6 ounces of cold water or yogurt. With this, the only thing that's important is avoid heat. Doesn't need to be refrigerated, but you don't want to take it somewhere where your body wouldn't be comfortable being for a long period of time. Just like with our essential oils, you want to be wise. So live cultures are sensitive. Remember that. And my pro tip is that for picky kids or sensory sensitive teens, PB Assist Plus is an absolute lifesaver. Okay. Our youngest calls it her happy dust. We keep it fun and they never ever skip a day. And truly, it does make a huge difference for your teenagers. That's our 13-year-old that's about to be 14 years old. And we can tell when she's not been taking her probiotics for a while. It really does make a difference with mood. So to support your microbiome, here's our key takeaway. Use PB Assist Plus. It's going to support your mood. It's going to make daily gut care delicious and simple and powerful. So when people say, what's up with this? Say PB Assist Plus is going to make daily gut care, what did we say? Delicious, powerful, simple, right? Okay, so next we're going to talk about Digestin soft gels. This is our fast targeted relief, all right? And this is the second one that I talked about, that study that Dr. Johnson elucidated about yesterday on social media. This is the second one that has the things that he was talking about, okay? So this is a vegetarian soft gel filled with Digestin blend, okay? In there we've got ginger, peppermint, caraway, fennel, coriander, anise, what am I missing? Cardamom. It is your portable, natural, settle my stomach and stop the indigestion capsule. So what does it do? It relieves occasional indigestion and gas and bloating, reduces nausea and queasiness. Tell me in the comments, what does it do for you? It helps with motion sickness. It helps with morning sickness. It calms cramping or those tight belly feelings that we sometimes get. It eases discomfort from rich, unfamiliar, or like pro-inflammatory foods. And why does it matter? Digestive distress is a top contributor to fatigue, brain fog, and inflammation. Digestin oils have long been used for their carminative or gas-reducing, antispasmodic, and soothing properties. So these are essential oils that are highly researched, very, very powerful. They offer gentle yet very rapid symptom relief. They don't taste chalky or have messy drops. You don't taste it at all. You just swallow it. And it's natural support without antacids or any side effects. So who is it for? Anybody. Anyone with a sensitive stomach, occasional digestive distress, anyone who travels often. I pop one of these every single time I get on an airplane, every single time I'm going on a road trip. They're especially helpful for people who don't respond well to over-the-counter acid reducers and want a more natural solution. And we could wax poetic about how dangerous those OTCs are, but today we're just going to talk about what's safe and what we recommend, and that is Digestin soft gels. So I like to take one soft gel as needed before or after a meal, or just whenever. They work in about 20 to 30 minutes because they do have to get through your digestive tract and open up in your stomach. They can be used multiple times a day, daily if needed. Andrew's big tip, if you were here, he would tell you that he keeps these in his bag all of the time, especially when traveling, especially when eating out. When he's managing long clinical days, you will always find him with Digestin soft gels, always. He uses it for his patients with GERD, nausea, chemo-related upset. These have been huge game changers for people that we love, people that we work with, and he even recommends it to his patients regularly, okay? So our takeaway for this is feel better fast, all right? Digestion soft gels feel better fast. These soft gels, they offer fast, natural digestive relief without any side effects, okay? Next, we've got our digest tabs, which are chewable heartburn support, and these things are the bomb, okay? If you have not used these and you need relief, I'm telling you, you are missing out if you haven't tried these, okay? Digest tab contains something called calcium carbonate, which is a gentle antacid with digestin oils in a chewable tablet. So think of it as a cleaner, smarter version of traditional heartburn chewables that are full of so much junk that it just compounds the problem down the road. So what does it do? It's going to neutralize, number one, it's going to neutralize excess stomach acid, soothe the esophagus and the stomach lining, relieve occasional heartburn, and acid indigestion, reduce the risk of rebound acid like OTC suppressants. You have massive rebound effects. You're not going to get any of that with this. Why does it matter? Okay, so listen up, guys. This is critical. Conventional acid blockers disrupt digestion long-term by reducing the stomach acid too much, all right? This leads to really poor protein digestion and absorption, which is really bad. It also leads to B12 deficiency and microbiome imbalances. So digest tabs offer gentle relief and they don't block essential acid production. So it's for anyone who can chew them, that has occasional reflux, nighttime heartburn, sour stomach, super safe for pregnant women. You can use it, chew up to 1 tablet up to 6 times a day. Best taken right when you need it. When your symptoms come, chew it and just wait 2 or 3 minutes and you'll be saying thank you, right? Or if you've eaten an acid triggering meal and you know that pain is going to be coming, just do it prophylactically. So the takeaway for this is going to be soothe the burn naturally. Okay, soothe the burn naturally. Digest tabs neutralize acid while nurturing your gut. And then finally here we've got peppermint and enteric coated soft gels, which are targeted colon support. And as someone with ulcerative colitis, I can tell you this is an absolute answer to prayer game changer. So these are enteric coated capsules, and enteric coated means that they are not just designed to get through your stomach, but all the way down through your gut, all right, and into the place where you need them. It contains just pure peppermint essential oil, which is designed to bypass the stomach, release directly into the intestines where you need them. So it's going to relieve. What does it do? What is the what? Help me out here, guys. The what is it relieves bloating and gas and lower abdomen discomfort. It's going to reduce intestinal spasming and cramping. It's going to help with IBS-like symptoms. In fact, it's actually recommended by physicians and doctors. The AOA and AMA both have this as their top recommendation for IBS-like symptoms and ulcers. It eases tensions in the gut from stress, food sensitivities, and imbalance. This is actually the standard of care in modern medicine, but the stuff that people can get at the pharmacy is like 5 times more expensive and significantly less effective. So why does this one matter? Peppermint is one of the most studied botanical ingredients used for digestive relief. You will find literally hundreds upon hundreds of articles going all the way back to Hippocrates, all right? When delivered to our intestines, menthol, which is the key component in peppermint, soothes and relaxes smooth muscles. It reduces motility spasms. It enhances our gut-brain calm. And it's one of the best non-pharmaceutical options for people with irritable bowel tendencies, ulcerative colitis, any of these sorts of things, Crohn's, etc. So this is for anyone struggling with post-meal bloating, lower GI cramping, gut discomfort, people prone to gas. People around you will be so grateful that you use this, all right? It helps with stress, induced abdominal tightness. If you deal with this, you know what I'm talking about. It hurts, and this helps. If you can't swallow it, then roll it on or just rub it on just directly from an essential oil bottle. I like to take it about 30 minutes before meals. I don't chew or open it. You want to swallow it whole with water. I used to drink gads, so much peppermint tea every single day for cramps with my ulcerative colitis. These soft gels, 100 times more effective. And that is not, I'm not being figurative, more than 100 times more effective. They go straight to the source. They calm everything down gently and powerfully. I take one a day, and it has been such a game changer. Okay. So the takeaway here is relief where it counts. Relief where it counts. Peppermint soft gels are going to calm your gut with clinical precision and natural ease. All right. Then let's talk metabolic support. All right. We're going to talk about two main things here. The first one is the MetaPower soft gels. MetaPower soft gels are pre-dosed capsules of doTERRA's metabolic blend, which has grapefruit. Help me out, guys. Grapefruit, lemon. The slide is so small, I'm having a hard time here. Peppermint, ginger, cinnamon. Yeah, that's the 5. It curbs cravings, especially for sweets and refined carbohydrates. It supports mindful eating and appetite control, gently energizes the body and supports digestion, releases fats into the body to be burned as clean fuel rather than saved in your adipose tissue, encourages metabolic balance and fat breakdown. What else? What am I missing? Why does it matter, right? So if you're an emotional eater, if you are prone to blood sugar spikes, if you have roller coaster cravings, sabotage your mood, your energy, your long-term metabolic health, these oils work synergistically to trigger satiety pathways, modulate like our appetite regulating hormones so powerfully. Look at the research in our Google Doc. It's insane. They reduce sweet-seeking behavior. They encourage stable blood sugars and less insulin resistance. So this is anyone who's looking for metabolic support, more energy, more brain health. All right. Hormone balance. Anyone who's recovering from food addiction patterns, this makes such a big difference. All right. I like to take one soft gel before my meals or when a craving hits. I take up to 5 a day. If I'm working on a really big project, like when I was preparing for this for you guys tonight, I definitely was popping my MetaPower soft gels and eating an avocado, feeding my brain, giving it that positive fuel, and then making sure it stays in my bloodstream to fuel me all the way through this presentation. So we've actually seen so many people transform their relationship with food using these soft gels and the essential oil that's in them. So they're like reclaiming your choice instead of being hijacked by your cravings. So the takeaway then, I would say, is cravings no longer have control over you. MetaPower soft gels help you eat with intention, not impulse. And then we've got the MetaPower Assist, its sister superpower, all right? So this is a plant-based metabolic assist capsule featuring mulberry leaf extract, berberine, cinnamon bark, and all of the MetaPower essential oils. So it reduces our post-meal glucose spikes powerfully, okay? It improves insulin sensitivity powerfully. It slows carbohydrate absorption powerfully, and it supports our long-term metabolic health. This is a wonder supplement. I have been so pleased using this with so many of our clients who have struggled to keep their insulin and glucose where they want it to be. So why does this matter? High glucose variability is the silent driver of fatigue, mood swings, brain fog, inflammation, belly fat, insulin resistance, and hormone imbalance. So MetaPower Assist is going to help flatten your glucose curves, stabilize your energy, and prevent sugar crashes that lead to more sugar cravings. This is for anyone with post-meal crashes, midsection weight gain, PCOS, insulin resistance, prediabetes, mood or attention swings after eating. How to use it? We take 15 to 30 minutes before your largest meal, or if I'm having, maybe I'm in Italy and I'm going to be having multiple carbohydrate heavy meals throughout the day. I take it 15 to 30 minutes before any carbohydrate heavy meal that is not well balanced with good amounts of fiber from good whole raw fruits, vegetables, and good whole, like not overcooked grains, okay? So this can be used up to 1 to 3 times a day, depending on your meals, depending on your needs. Berberine alone has been shown in multiple clinical trials to rival metformin, okay? Paired with mulberry and cinnamon, this blend is a powerful tool for natural blood sugar support, all right? And that's one of the key ingredients here. So the takeaway is going to be flatten the curve. You guys like that? Flatten the curve. MetaPower Assist supports stable energy and balanced metabolism and long-term health. Okay, so then we're going to talk about MetaPower Advantage Collagen NAD Plus Longevity all in a sachet. So here we've got 9 types of hydrolyzed collagen with over 70% tripeptides for maximum absorption. You're not seeing that anywhere else. Okay, people are not willing to go to those lengths. You also have NMN, which is a direct precursor of NAD plus. You have NADH, resveratrol, vitamin C. It's a liposomal vitamin C, biotin, hyaluronic acid. A lot of people are paying a ton of money to put hyaluronic acid and vitamin C on their skin. I am telling you, you get significantly greater results, up to 300 times better results taking it internally than you do putting it on your face topically, and it is way less expensive. So we also have in here polyphenol-rich superfruits like pomegranate and red orange and grapeseed. And then you have trace botanicals to activate cellular repair and make your skin glow and give you mitochondrial health. So this is a huge deal because by age 30, we lose about 1% of our NAD plus and collagen production every single year. So by age 50, that's a massive loss in energy, elasticity, focus, muscle tone, skin hydration, metabolism, recovery, repair. There's so much more. We could go on and on. This formula doesn't just slow aging, it actually reverses it. It intervenes in the pathways that accelerate it. Go online. There's a MetaPower testimonials group. Go look at those before and afters, guys. They are insane. If you have some before and afters, feel free to post them in our chat here or tell us about them. This targets the skin. So the collagen types 1, 3, 5, and others rebuild elasticity, hydration, and firmness. It rebuilds your joints. So have you guys ever had a doctor tell you that you've got like degenerative disc disease and there's no way to reverse it? Hogwash. We've seen it happen, right? Type 2 collagen and hyaluronic acid cushion and restore joint mobility. There are three very, very powerful meta-analyses that prove this out, okay? Then there's cellular energy. So NMN and NAD plus are the molecules your mitochondria need to refuel every single cell in your body. And then let's talk about inflammation and oxidative stress. So polyphenols and antioxidants neutralize your free radicals that drive aging and drive disease. And then let's just finish with hormones and metabolism. We could go on further, but we're running short on time. NAD plus helps regulate glucose, cortisol, and fat-burning enzymes. Okay, remember this. So who is this for? Everyone over age 25, anyone who is neurodivergent. MetaPower is brain food for those of us who are neurodivergent, either folks on the spectrum or with ADHD or different types of neurodivergence. These are phenomenal, okay? Anyone who notices signs of aging, things like brain fog, fatigue, joint stiffness, slow recovery, sagging skin, poor sleep, mood shifts, these are people that we are going to look to and tell them about, you need MetaPower, okay? So how do we use it? We use 1 sachet a day or 2. I'm a super user. I use 2. Sometimes I will admit if I have to burn some midnight fuel right at the end of the month, I use 3. All right, you're going to put it in 4 to 8 ounces of, and this is critical, cold water. Just like the VMG Plus, you got to avoid heat. You're going to drink it in the morning for energy or in the afternoon for a cellular and a brain lift. For best results, you want to use it consistently for 60 to 90 days, all right? And I want you taking before, during, and after pictures. It will blow your mind and everyone around you. So this is our glow from within ritual, all right? The takeaway here is going to be MetaPower Advantage helps you live longer, younger. It's going to fuel your skin, your mitochondria, your joints, and your vitality at every single biochemical, biological level in your body. So what about if you are a vegan or you need to avoid fish, all right? I have a serious allergy to shellfish and to fish. And just so you know, MetaPower Advantage is so pure that even though I have anaphylactic reactions to fish, I can take multiple sachets of the Advantage, and I use the E-Omega Plus every single day. Now, I would tell you, test that out with your doctor, right? Under good, safe conditions before you determine that that is also safe for you. But If you have an aversion to fish products, or if you are a vegan, the Yarrow Palm Cellular Beauty Complex combines our Yarrow Palm essential oil and cold pressed pomegranate, a cascade of nutrient-rich plant extracts. So help me guys in the chat, make sure I don't miss anything. I know we've got grapeseed, we've got melon superoxidase G-mutase. I know we've got frankincense, turmeric, melissa, palmarosa. I know we have zinc and vitamin C. During the pandemic, Dr. Gough was having us all take this every single time, every day. He wanted us to have that zinc and vitamin C. So why? This is going to activate collagen and elastin preservation pathways. It's going to brighten and firm and even your skin tone. It's going to provide deep antioxidants and cellular protection. It's going to modulate inflammatory signaling that drives aging. It's going to support hormone balance via phytonutrients. And it's going to be a powerful, powerful ally for your immune system. So it's unique because this formula, it's unrivaled. There's nothing else out there like it. It nourishes your skin from the inside out. Yarrow's been shown to inhibit collagenase and elastase. These are two enzymes that break down the fibers, keeping your skin youthful and vital and healthy. Pair this with really strong antioxidants. It's going to help the body rebuild faster than it breaks down. It also supports metabolic wellness and immune wellness by modulating oxidative stress and promoting mitochondrial harmony, which makes us so very happy. So this is going to be for anyone with skin dullness, discoloration, redness, loss of firmness, hormonal imbalance, ideal for aging skin, inflammatory conditions, those wanting a holistic beauty approach or more immune support or joint support for their bodies. You would take 2 capsules a day, preferably with food. And you can actually take this if you want to supercharge your MetaPower Advantage for compounded benefits. You can take both of these together. So clients that we worked with call this their inner filter. So after 8 to 12 weeks, when we first released this, we did a challenge with a huge community of people. After 8 to 12 weeks, the skin changes were so visible, just like with our Advantage. What excites me more are the cellular effects that we can't see, because that's where real anti-aging begins, right? In those soft tissues, in those joints, in the elastin, in the fibers that are breaking down, that are actually being rebuilt faster than they're breaking down. So here's our takeaway. True beauty starts in the soul and in the cell. Yarrow Palm activates your skin's resilience and your body's natural brilliance to glow from within, okay? So next, we're going to talk about MetaPower Recharge, hydration at a cellular level. So Recharge is a liquid electrolyte and trace mineral formula designed to replenish cellular hydration, restore electrolyte balance. So we have everything in here. We've got sodium, we've got magnesium, 4 different types of magnesium, we've got calcium, we've got all of it, right? And in the right ratios, right? Sodium, potassium ratio, everything is just done right. It's going to support detox and energy and metabolism. It's going to reduce our fatigue and our cravings and our headaches associated with dehydration and give us so much energy. So why? Because this includes rare deep ocean minerals, coconut water extract, baobab superfruits, red algae, which is calcium from plants, MetaPower essential oil blend, ginseng root extract, and then it's naturally flavored with fermented full-bodied stevia. No sugar, no dyes. And people who are like, I am sensitive to stevia, I'm like, double dog dare you to try this. Fermented full-bodied stevia is the stuff that God made the way that he made it. It's the good stuff, okay? So why is this super revolutionary? Plain water is just not enough. Without electrolytes, our cells can't pull water in effectively and hold it. That's why you can drink water all day and still feel fatigued and foggy and bloated and dehydrated. Recharge solves that problem. So it's got that unique 1:3 sodium potassium ratio that mimics intracellular fluids that enhance hydration where it matters most inside your cells. So Dr. Gough likes to joke that one of these sachets are equivalent to a $200 bag of rehydration fluid that you could come and get from him in the emergency department. $200 a bag, right? And this is what, like $1.38 a sachet. You can't beat that with the just junk quality stuff that they sell at Costco or other places, right? This is it's safer, it's cheaper, it's way more effective. And it's for anyone who sweats, who exercises, who fasts, who forgets to drink water often, or drinks a ton of water and needs to get their electrolytes back in balance. Anyone on a keto or a low carb diet, you're going to lose a lot more electrolytes. Anyone over 40, kids with chronic thirst or cramping, especially when they're going through growth phases, adults prone to afternoon fatigue or sugar cravings, guarantee you drink one of these, your sugar cravings out the door, okay? So to use it, this is my pro tip. Shake it well. Massage it from the bottom. That's where all the baobab tree extract and the ginseng is, right? And so many people don't massage it and they leave all that goodness there. You're going to put it into about a 16-ounce cold water. Doesn't have to be cold, but I think it tastes nicer. And then drink it mid-morning or mid-afternoon when your hydration dips. My favorite trick for this is if I feel cramping or a headache or a slump, an emotional slump creeping in, I don't snack, I hydrate. I'm going to say that again. If you're feeling low, do not snack, hydrate. MetaPower Recharge is going to give me and you the mental clarity and physical stamina that water alone just can't. You're going to feel so good when you drink this. So the takeaway then, I like this one. Are you guys ready? The takeaway is don't just hydrate, recharge. MetaPower Recharge energizes your cells, refreshes your mind one sip at a time. All right. So let's just talk about our power pack. Synergy is a secret. All right. So when you take the PB Assist, the MetaPower Advantage, and the Recharge, any flavors of them that you want to, and you put them together in a drink synergistically, they taste amazing, but each product is going to address and pull a different metabolic lever. Okay. So Advantage is going to rebuild your cells' energy collagen. PB Assist is going to support healthy internal landscape, promoting healthy microbiome in the gut and beyond. Recharge is going to rehydrate and restore our mitochondrial balance. So together, they create a compounded synergy. Better energy, more movement, better glucose control, balanced blood sugars, fewer cravings, easier compliance. Collagen activation, fewer joint mobility, increased capacity. Daily hydration, mitochondrial function, more metabolic resistance, right? So this isn't a diet pill or a quick fix. This is a system to help your body refuel and behave younger and more efficiently. A system to help your body behave younger and more efficiently. Okay? Without stimulants, without starvation, this is a solution. All right? This is for anyone. Who's it for? It's for anyone serious about their long-term metabolic health, graceful aging, hormone balance, and just feeling good. All right? It's ideal for people who want to reverse insulin resistance, fatigue, or skin or joint breakdown. If you have chronic pain, the Power Pack is for you. Okay? I take this with my VMG Plus in the morning. All 4 things together, all in the same bottle. Shake it up, knock it back, okay? Mid-afternoon, I'm a super user. So I take another MetaPower Advantage and another MetaPower Recharge together. This helps me with that mid-afternoon slump. And then, like I said, if I really need to, if I'm burning the midnight oil, which friends, we don't recommend, but sometimes it cannot be helped. You're up with a sick kid, you're helping a friend, you're, running late night reports that you just didn't have time to because you're, volunteering at your kid's school all day and it has to get done. You're burning that midnight oil. This is fuel that's going to help. So the takeaway here is systems create sustainability. All right. The Power Pack isn't a product. It's a protocol that's going to restore your power from your cell to your soul. All right. So Mito to Max, this is a new one, all right? This was recently reformulated and I am obsessed. We are obsessed with the reformulation. Mito to Max is going to be your daily mitochondrial optimizer, which is designed to enhance your stamina, your cellular energy, and your mental clarity without caffeine or synthetic stimulants. And this is huge. Caffeine is the biggest liar in the entire nutrition world, okay? Central nervous stimulants always steal more than they take. Always. They decrease your adenosine triphosphate output or your ATP, your energy output in your mitochondria, every single time you take them. And there's a rebound effect. You feel a little bit more energy, but an even bigger crash. So the new formulation of Max includes PQQ, which is a powerful antioxidant that stimulates the growth of new mitochondria. It's called mitochondrial biogenesis. As a biochemist, this is like so exciting to me, okay? Acetyl L-carotene, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, okay? These are viral. People are talking about them everywhere on the internet, right? They're talking about all these supplements with them in. I'm like, guys, guess what? You can get them in their best bioavailable formats, in their very best, most pure forms in Max. These are clinically studied compounds that support your ATP. Remember, that's your mitochondrial, your cellular energy production. And then we have adaptogenic botanicals. So things like ginseng and other things that are just really, really great for us. So why does it matter? Most people are running on cortisol, caffeine, and willpower. True? Like guilty as charged, some of us maybe. Max restores true cellular energy, which means less burnout, better focus and mood, greater exercise performance, resilience under stress, long-term metabolic protection. It's for anyone struggling with fatigue, brain fog, hormone imbalance, high stress, especially helpful during times of recovery, fasting, parenting, stress, or performance seasons. Or if you're sick and you're trying to get better, Max can help your mitochondria do the job to help your body fuel that healing. I like to take 2 capsules with breakfast or lunch, or just 1 each. I like to avoid this in the evening because it boosts energy without causing dreariness, but for some people it does delay sleep. Some people it helps them get to sleep better. I've got ADHD, so I'm one of the ones that if I really need to calm down bad, Max helps me with that. But for most people, you want to avoid it after lunch, okay? Andrews, if he were here, he would tell you this is the product that helped him come off his massive caffeine dependency that he developed during med school and residency. It supports energy production, not just stimulation. So our key takeaway, guys, if I had to come up with something for this, the key takeaway would be fuel your cells, not just your schedule, okay? So Max rebuilds energy foundations for our life's demands. Fuel your cells, okay? Fuel your cells. All right, then we're going to talk about the Zendocrine complex and soft gel duo. So we're going to start with the soft gels, but the rule is here, you got to promise Dr. Gough here, when we use Zendocrine soft gels, we're always going to use it with the nature's very best binder alternative, you would say, binder better than, which is the complex. All right. So the soft gels are the purifier. All right. The Zendocrine soft gel is a daily detox support blend of our tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro. All right. These are very powerful detox oils that can pull out heavy metals, help with parasites, all kinds of things. These are encapsulated in a soft gel for convenience and because they just taste a lot better than the oil. I've never met anyone that was like, I love the taste of Zendocrine. Have you? I don't know. Maybe there is someone out there. If it's you, tell us in the chat, okay? But I do want you guys to know this is huge. All right. This is going to stimulate gentle detoxification in the liver, the kidneys, and the gut. Someone is saying they want my notes. I don't have notes, but I do have a transcript going on Otter AI, so I'll get you a transcript, okay? Sometimes I have to go back and remember what I promised to give people, what studies or whatever, so I always have that going. So it's just going to be a live transcript, not notes, and I'm sorry about that. But this is going to mobilize toxins that are stored in your fat tissues. This is huge. Those are very hard to get out of adipose tissues, but Zendocrine blend does it and does it well. It also enhances your lymphatic and urinary elimination, so it gets fluids moving through your body and eliminating the way that we want them to, especially when you're taking it with the complex. It also supports your mood and your hormone balance because toxins are being cleared out of your body, not just masked. Okay, so why this matters is we're actually exposed to thousands of environmental toxins daily through our food, through our air, through our water, plastics, personal care products, stress, body's detox organs are brilliant, okay, but they are overwhelmed. We are overwhelmed in our detoxification pathways, almost all of us. So Zenderkin soft gels provide daily support. So your body's going to be able to help you keep up with the demands of modern living. All right. So how we're going to use it, 1 to 2 soft gels a day. I like to recommend people start with 1. You got to take it with Zenderkin Complex for a complete detox coverage. All right. So our takeaway here, if I have to give you a takeaway, let's capsulate this one up. Clear the static. Okay. Zenderkin, clear the static. Zenderkin soft gels are going to help you release what no longer serves you. Okay. That's physically and also emotionally. And then it's homeboy, okay, as my teenagers would say, Zenderkin Complex is our detox organ reset. All right. So this is a incredible blend of whole food botanical extracts that our First Nation, our Native American brothers and sisters are so excited about. We have so many clients from the First Nations and Native Americans that this was the first product that really caught their attention. Each of these things target a different detox pathway and have been used in ancient Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, just Native American medicine men and medicine women use things like for our liver, you have milk thistle, burdock, and red clover. Okay. For your kidneys, you're going to have dandelion root and rhubarb. For your colon, you're going to have psyllium and gum acacia. For your lungs, you're going to have osha root and safflower. You're going to have safflower. And then for your skin, kelp, garlic, and clove. Okay. So these are all your detox pathways. They're all covered. Okay, so what does it do? It's going to enhance filtration and elimination, all right? It's going to support phase 1 and 2 detox pathways. It's going to clean your gut tissues consistently and gently, all right? It's going to improve your skin clarity, energy, and digestion. It's going to make your eyelashes and your eyebrows and your hair grow, because when your detox pathways are cleared, your body is able to, your nails are going to grow. Like, you're just going to notice these fun side effects, but that's not why we take it, right? Those are the side effect bonuses of what we're doing. And they are external symbols that internally your detox pathways are saying thank you. So you're going to take 2 capsules a day. I take 1 in the morning and 1 at night. Drink it with a full glass of water or recharge for best results. And then always, we're going to pair this with Zenderkin soft gels. Now, here's the rule. You can use the Zenderkin Complex, that's the herbal blend, without the Zenderkin soft gels, but please, I'm begging you, don't ever use the Zenderkin soft gels without the complex. Why? Because if you're getting all of those toxins out and circulating through your body, but you're not opening up those detox pathways, it doesn't clear the way for you to get them out of your body. And so they recirculate and then they go back into the adipose tissues from whence they came. All right. We want to get them out of your body. And we're not using, synthetic, icky, awful binders like fulvic acid or all of these things that bind indiscriminately, that take your nutrients with your toxins. All right. This Zenderkin Complex is incredible. It works really, really well. And so if we had to come up with a takeaway, guys, okay, I like this. Your body knows how to heal. Zenderkin Complex clears the path. Your body knows how to heal. Zenderkin Complex is going to clear the path for that healing. All right. Then let's talk about GX Assist. We're getting to the end, guys. So hold on tight because the best is coming. All right. GX Assist is a blend of oregano and melaleuca and lemon and lemongrass and thyme and peppermint and caprylic acid, which is the medium chain triglycerides from our coconut oil. All right. This creates a very unfriendly environment for yeast, parasites, and bacterial overgrowth. And it's able to biodifferentiate. Study after study has shown between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. It actually helps to support and help flourish good bacteria, protected bacteria, while getting rid of, destroying, killing off pathogens, parasites, yeast, bacteria, overgrowth. It also helps, because of that, to support our microbial. Sorry, guys, my mouth is getting tired from talking. Microbial balance and terrain. Okay, so the terrain of your gut and the microbial balance of your gut are going to be completely transformed with GX Assist. And it's also going to prepare your gut for reinoculation that we do with our PB Restore and our PB Assist. Okay, so why this matters, many people have hidden gut. All right, they've got leaky gut syndrome, they got yeast overgrowth. These things are causing fatigue, cravings, eczema, autoimmunity, neurodegenerative diseases, and so many other things, okay? Parasites are a major problem that cause all kinds of hormonal, endocrine, just so many different issues, along with the dysbiosis that it contributes to. So GX Assist is going to gently reset your gut biome. You're going to use 1 to 3 soft gels a day with food for 10 days. And then you're going to follow with PB Restore for 10 to 30 days to rebuild that gut flora. I actually take them together. So I take my PB Restore first thing in the morning with food. I'm not going to skip a day my whole life. I love it so much. But then I take my GX Assist at night. Okay. So I do GX Assist once every 2 to 3 months for a 10-day period. To help my gut just stay at its absolute best. I also take this with us every time we travel. World's best alternative antibiotic. Okay. So if we had to come up with a takeaway, guys, help me in the comments. What would you say the best takeaway for this one would be? Maybe something like start clean, then rebuild. GX Assist is going to clear your gut so your microbiome can flourish. And that's what we're trying to do here. Okay. So next we've got our DDR Prime. This is our cellular defense and our DNA repair, okay? So this has a blend of our essential oils with powerful antioxidants that are going to help to fight free radicals and like contribute to cellular repair and just longevity of the cells, healthy cells. It's also going to contribute to apoptosis of unhealthy cells and malformed or misformed DNA. So in it, we've got the king of oils, frankincense. We have lemongrass, we have thyme, we have clove, summer savory, wild orange, litsea, niuli. Okay. What does it do? It supports healthy cell replication and DNA repair. Okay. It's going to protect your cells from oxidative environmental damage. It's going to enhance your brain clarity and your immune balance. And it's going to reduce cellular aging markers over time significantly. The studies are solid on this, okay? So we're going to use this daily. How to use it? We're going to use it daily, up to 2 soft gels per day with meal. I use 1, okay? You're going to use it consistently for long-term benefits. So who's the target market on this? If you have a family history or a personal health history of unhealthy cell conglomerations in your body, if you have a family history or a personal history of neurodegeneration or autoimmune, if you need to get your DNA back on track, or if you're aging, this is something that can be really powerful. So the takeaway for this, for me, is simple. Okay, DDR Prime is going to protect what matters most: your cells, your clarity, and your future. All right. So then we've got our frankincense phosphoric acid complex, and we could spend about a year on this one, but I'm going to ask you guys to just grab that QR code either now or when we send out the notes. The amazing Miss Sandy already has them, so she can get those to you. You're not going to be waiting a long time for them, okay? So if we had to sum this up quickly, we would say, what is it? Okay, it's a potent internal capsule that combines 60% AKBA boswellic acid from the resin of frankincense, and then the frankincense synergy of the 4 different species of frankincense essential oil from doTERRA. So this is going to modulate. What does it do? Why are we taking this? It's going to modulate healthy inflammation, protect our joints and our nerves and our cells, enhance our immune intelligence, target inflammation via dual pathways, both the oil and the resin. It's also going to be awesome to get to the root of so much suffering, right? Frankincense phospholic capsules are complex, right? Complex, yes. Addresses it at the source. So you're going to take a capsule daily, all right? I like to combine it with the three things we're just about to get towards the end with: deep blue, polyphenols, copaiba, and turmeric duo caps for added pain relief and inflammation, especially post-surgically, or if with someone with chronic inflammation or autoimmune issues, okay? Our takeaway is going to be, yeah, like just what we said, right? Inflammation is the root of so much suffering, right? Frankincense phospholic complex is going to address it at the source. That's going to be our takeaway that we're going to share with others and that we're going to remember for ourselves. Do I need to get to the root of inflammation and suffering? Maybe yes, maybe no. If the answer is yes, this is going to be something that is going to be part of my rituals, okay? So it uses the dual pathways, essential oils and phosphoric acid, and there are so many incredible ways to use it and benefits to using it. I'm excited you're going to have this slide deck, and I hope you share it because this was made with love, a real labor of love. Our assistant Melody takes all the brilliance in the world and makes it beautiful, and we're so grateful for her. So please use these, share these, use them to educate and support others. All right, and then let's just talk about supplements for discomfort, inflammation, pain. Anyone here interested in that? Maybe, okay. If so, then we're going to start. We've already talked about our frankincense and our doTERRA prime, so those are good, good helpers. All right, but our big superstars here are going to be our deep blue polyphenol complex, which is going to soothe discomfort naturally. So this is going to be a botanical blend or an herbal blend of frankincense, turmeric, green tea, decaffeinated, nothing that doTERRA has other than the yarrow plum body oil does have some caffeine in it, but that's to be used topically. doTERRA never uses central let's see, stimulants. Never. They're never going to put those in things. That is the cheater's way. Okay, that's how people make us have more inflammation. Okay, pomegranate, it's got ginger, it's got grapeseed. What does it do? It reduces muscle aches and joint discomfort. It fights oxidative stress. It supports motility and powerful recovery. If you're looking to recover, this is going to be something that's going to be an essential part of your life. So how do you use it? Take it as needed. You can use 2 a day for ongoing relief, or if you're having an acute situation, maybe you just had knee replacement or hip replacement, right? I'm going to take 2 of these spaced out throughout the day, multiple times a day. So the takeaway here that I really want to tell you is pain is not your natural baseline, okay? I can't tell you how many people I've met and talked with over the years that say, I have a bad back, I have a bum knee, I just have headaches, I live with chronic pain, all right? Pain does not have to be your baseline. Deep blue supports calm, comfort, and motility. So turmeric combines turmeric essential oil and turmeric extract, or the curcuminoids, in one capsule. Why is it powerful? Because you're going to get both the oil-soluble turmerones, which are anti-inflammatory at the cellular membrane level, and water-soluble curcuminoids, which are powerful antioxidants and DNA protection. How am I going to use this? I'm going to take 2 capsules daily, use it consistently for optimal impact, okay? And if I have an acute situation, I'll use it more throughout the day, okay? I would use just one with my 1-3 knockout blend is a blue polyphenol plus a turmeric duo cap plus a copaiba soft gel. Take those 3 together throughout the day to help with acute situations. You're gonna think of the takeaway here. So the takeaway for turmeric is going to be double your turmeric, double your impact. All right. When you get the herbal goodness with the curcuminoids and the oil soluble goodness with the turmerones, you're going to double the impact. So double your turmeric, double your impact. Target inflammation both inside and out. Okay. And then copaiba soft gels. These are your calm from within. And it's too bad Doc isn't here because he would just, well, it's probably good he's not because he would wax poetic. This is his favorite stuff. Pure copaiba essential oil in a soft gel is rich in beta-caryophyllene or BCP, which is a powerful endocannabinoid or cannabinoid that binds directly to our CB2 receptors in our endocannabinoid system in the body without THC or CBD. Okay, what does it do? It supports your nervous system calm. It reduces anxious feelings. It modulates inflammation. It powerfully heals gut, dysbiosis and issues. It enhances sleep, immunity, and resilience. And the iceberg. So I like to use one soft gel daily, every single day. I take it at night before I go to bed. My 1, 2, 3 knockout at night for someone with a busy mind like mine is copaiba, adaptive, which we're talking about next, and serenity soft gels. Those 3 things. All right. So the takeaway here is going to be calm your body from the inside out. Copaiba supports peace and presence and recovery. All right. And then anyone ready to go to bed? You guys getting tired? I'm getting tired. I'm going to tell you how you're going to have the best sleep of your life. Okay. Serenity soft gels are powerful sleep without side effects. So this capsule has lavender oil, L-theanine, passion flower, lemon balm, chamomile, and tart cherry, which releases natural melatonin immediately in your body. Okay. What does it do? Promotes restful sleep, helps you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, wake up feeling better rested, balances your sleep-wake cycles or natural circadian rhythms naturally. It supports deep brain repair and cellular regeneration. The QR code here takes you to the most incredible epigenetic research I have ever read in my career, and that is saying something, okay? The study with the sleep system that doTERRA did noted that in just a couple of weeks, all right, they saw an epigenetic decrease, move back of several different body aging clocks. So they saw a significant decrease in brain age markers by 7.05. They saw a significant decrease in inflammatory markers by 3 years. They saw a significant decrease in immune age by markers by 3.86 years. And a significant decrease in metabolic age markers, 4.45 years. That's wild, friends. That's absolutely wild. Our biological age is modifiable. We can live younger longer, literally. We can feel better in our bodies every single day. We can use this good stuff that God has given us to live our lives better for all the days that He grants us on this earth. All right. Brain age down by 7 years, inflammatory markers down by over 3 years, metabolic age almost 4.5 years. This is wild. Okay. So you're going to take 1 or 2 soft gels about 30 minutes before bed. I use it with aromatically with the essential oil in my diffuser. I also use it topically with the Serenity stick. So I use all 3 modes to get me to bed. If we had to come up with the takeaway for this, what would it be, guys? Tell me in the notes. What would your takeaway for Serenity soft gels be? I would say sleep is where healing happens. Serenity helps your body to do what it was designed to do. Rest deeply. If we are healthy, we are resting deeply. And this is when all of your body repairs and rejuvenates. This is when all of your memory goes from short-term to long-term. This is where everything starts to, you start to be going through deeper levels of apoptosis. Just so many things happen when you're sleeping. If you're not sleeping well, this is not happening. So sleep is where healing happens, okay? Remember this. This is critical, all right? And then let's talk about stress, because stress is something that is an issue for all of us. For stress, we want to use adaptive capsules. So stress recovery and emotional regulation. So what are the adaptive capsules? These are daily calming capsules that have selenium, which is a natural serotonin modulator, GABA supportive herbs, and adaptive oil blends. So you've got lavender, spearmint, and copaiba internally. So what does it do? It promotes resilience under stress. It improves your mood and clarity. It boosts your GABA. It supports emotional balance and sleep. It reduces tension, reactivity. You're going to use 1 of these daily, okay? I don't recommend using more than 1 daily. You can, it won't hurt you. But again, penny saved is a penny earned, all right? It can be combined with adaptive touch topically and the oil aromatically. for every sense in your body being calmed and soothed. All right. So the takeaway here is adaptive helps you stay grounded even when life doesn't. And then real quick, let's talk about our additional supports. Okay. So how many of you guys love On Guard Plus soft gels? This is what our family calls our immune armor. Put on your immune armor, kids. This has the doTERRA On Guard blend, amplified by Melissa, black pepper, oregano. All right. It protects against environmental threats. It boosts immune defense during travel, stress, exposure, and it can shorten duration of illness if taken at the first signs. And that's not me saying that. If you look on if you check the receipts of the research, I mean, there are multiple clinical peer-reviewed studies on every single one of the oils in this blend that say that that is absolutely clinically validated, independent third-party sources. So how do we use it? You want to take it if you're going to be going into a season or into a, like, say grandkids are coming to visit, or you're going to be volunteering in a school, or you're going to be on an airplane. You're going to take 1 or 2 of these daily for prevention. If you're starting to feel run down, you do not mess around. You're going to take 2 to 3 of these a day if you start feeling run down. And I like to maximize this by pairing it if my body starts to feel run down with my GX Assist, and then make sure that my probiome routine is on point. So the takeaway for On Guard Plus is going to be that your immune system is your frontline defense. So On Guard Plus is going to help it stand strong. Okay. So then Tri-Ease is the last of our additional supports. This is breathe easy through the seasons, right? This is lavender, lemon, and peppermint in a soft gel, which is going to reduce seasonal inflammation and irritation. It's going to support sinus and lung clarity, and it's going to naturally modulate your histamine response. So allergies, friends, are an autoimmune response in your body. It is your body responding with a threat response to something that is not actually a threat. Okay. So as we heal the gut, we're not going to need Tri-Ease anymore, right? The more we work on our internal gut issues, the more our allergies go away. Dr. Gough, when he and I were first married, he had extreme hay fever. And by extreme, I mean, when the pollen was flying, he was like a dripping nose all the time. He had to take allergy shots, pills, put steroids up his nose, all kinds of things. And he was still miserable multiple periods of time throughout the year. And oftentimes when we traveled, when we started to do the cleanse and restore protocols with him, his allergies just went away, and we could not believe it. But get to the root cause of what's going on and see what happens. It is absolutely incredible. But in the meantime, we're going to take 1 or 2 of these a day during seasonal shifts. Okay. So a takeaway for this, for me, would be allergy season doesn't have to steal your energy and vitality. Okay. Tri-Ease is going to bring balance back to your breath. So we're going to finish. Save the best for last. So if you stayed here with us, good job. If you're catching this later on replay, amazing. Okay. This is something that, Sandy, we could also break up into modules and just say, okay, here's just this piece. Here's just this piece to break it up a little bit. But let's talk about supplements for hormone health, because endocrine imbalance is the unspoken terrorizing disease process that is ever on the rise in men and women at a younger and younger age. Okay. So first of all, we're going to talk about our bone nutrient complex. So in here, we've got calcium, manganese, magnesium, vitamin D, zinc, and other cofactors in bioavailable formats. This is going to support our bone density and strength for teens through postmenopause. So when a teen starts going through puberty, this is when they start needing additional of these things. So if they're not getting it from their diet, if they're not eating 10 to 12 whole raw fruits and vegetables a day, then bone nutrient, VMG plus, these are going to be things that are going to be powerful for them. Okay. This is going to be a really great buffer for stress-related mineral depletion and mineral depletion that comes when we're pregnant or when we're going through really stressful treatments like chemotherapy and radiation. Okay. The partner in crime for this is our phytoestrogen complex, and everyone cheer because it's back in stock. All right. The takeaway lesson we learned with phytoestrogen, and that we're going to learn when bone nutrient comes back in stock, hopefully later this month, is have a couple extra, right? This is something we never want to be without. So in here, we've got a soy extract, which is non-GMO, fermented and low dose, with pomegranate and flaxseed extracts. All right. Phytoestrogens are incredibly powerful plant extracts that help to clean and support your endocrine system modulators. So it's going to support estrogen balance, progesterone balance, and testosterone balance, which is going to help to support your mood and your cycle health. And you might say, girl, menopause is in my past. I don't cycle. And I'm saying, yes, you do. You might be saying, I'm a man, I don't cycle. And I'm saying, yes, you do. And if you'd like to do it better, if you'd like to feel better in your body more often, either get from your diet or from the phytoestrogen complex, good, high quality bioflavonoids in phytoestrogens. Okay, and the very best ones, the 3 very best that we have, better even than resveratrol. Okay, resveratrol is another very popular phytoestrogen that is really, really powerful. But the very best ones for our endocrine system are soy extract that is fermented, pomegranate, and flaxseed extract. Okay, so this is especially helpful in perimenopause and hormone regulation, especially help with PCOS or any type of imbalance. And it is miraculous. And I'm going to say this again, it is miraculous. It is miraculous in cases of infertility for the man and for the woman. So how do we use this? The bone nutrient complexes, we're going to take 4 of them. We're going to divide them, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. If you're taking VMG+, I wasn't sure about this, so we tested it out. You can cut back to 1, okay? Phytoestrogen, you're going to take 1 to 2 a day with food, or in the morning when you brush your teeth, at night when you brush your teeth. You want to break it up because you want to keep it running through your system throughout the day. So the big takeaway for the women's health kit, which is for men just as much as it is for women, is you deserve harmony. These supplements are going to help your hormones move with grace and not chaos. So here is our supplement ebook. All right, this is phenomenal. It was produced by doTERRA. A lot of us contributed to this, and it is something that I'm really proud of. It's a great resource. Okay. If you've made it this far, congratulations, friends. You are not just curious, you're committed, all right? You care deeply about your health, your family, your future, and now you have tools. I hope you have the tools that you need, real tools, to nourish and protect and energize and restore your body from the inside out, all right? So you don't need to take everything. You do need to start somewhere. So my personal recommendations start with the foundational wellness core, VMG+, E Omega+, PB Restore, and for me, Terrazyme is a non-negotiable, okay? Then add 1 or 2 targeted supports based on what your body needs most right now. Sometimes people are like, Ruth, I'm taking like 10 supplements a day, and I don't even remember why I'm taking them. I say, awesome. Let's cut back to foundational support and choose the one thing that's most important to you to really focus on first. So for me, no way I'm giving up my Serenity soft gels. No way. No way I'm giving up my adaptive. No way I'm giving up my, okay, for me, I'm kind of a junkie, I guess, but like, I'm just telling you, friends, see, you can experiment. I have a lot of people who have been on anti-inflammatory protocols for a long time with like deep blue polyphenols and turmeric and all of these things. And I've encouraged them experiment. See if you can cut back. If you're taking 2 a day, see if you get the same results with 1 a day. See if you can start taking it every other day, right? Our bodies are made to heal naturally. And most of these supplements, if they're doing their jobs right, they eventually work themselves out of a job. But our foundational wellness trio are never going to work itself out of a job. This is our health insurance every single day, every single day, every single day. So takeaways, what we need to do next is download this ebook for protocols and schedules and next steps. If you're not sure where to begin, you can reach out to your wellness advocate directly, or if they're not able to help you, reach up, right? find someone who is able to help answer your questions. If you don't have anyone, we're always happy to answer questions, right? If you're with doTERRA, you're with us, all of us. And I know I'm speaking for Sandy. I know I'm speaking for Betty Torres, right? We take care of everyone. If you're in this community, in the doTERRA community, we're here to help and support, all right? So reach out for help, reach out for support. If you're just not sure where to start, ask someone. See what's working for them. Get on the Discover Wellness page and share your questions, all right? People there will trip over themselves to help you and support you. So remember, my friends, this is so important to me. I have people come to me literally every single day who tell me that they are broken, that they feel hopeless, that they don't see any way out of what it is they're dealing with. So if you remember anything that we say today, please remember this: you are not broken. Your body is brilliant. It was created by your creator with everything that it needs to heal itself. And when you give it the right tools and put it in the right circumstances to help it do what it was designed to do, there is unlimited hope and potential for yourself and for everyone that you love. So let's give our bodies what they need to do what they were designed to do. Thank you so much, Sandy, for inviting us today, for giving us this opportunity to share with you guys. Thanks for sticking with us, friends, through this long, lengthy list of supplements, but I hope that we've covered everything that's important to you. If not, feel free to reach out and we are happy to answer your questions. But back to you, Sandy.
Thank you so much. And I think what we'll do tonight, I'm going to wrap up here, and for 10 minutes, we'll do, if you want to glance through them, just answer some very important questions, and the rest, they're going to gain so much right from the recording. So if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh boy, I'm so bad at this. Guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what the deal is. I was outside for a long time today. My eyes are so having a hard time reading these little tiny words. So you got a lot of off the cuff tonight. But I'm going to try and read these questions.
All right, I'm going to wrap up here. So please join the Discover Essentials Facebook group. Please click on the QR code or bit.ly/Discover Essentials. If you're going to wonder where the recording is, Kayla's putting all of that in the chat. bit.ly/email-list-de. It will be housed on Discover Essentials for about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. But check the QR code as well, and it will literally be emailed to you. So that's what I highly recommend. And then many of you are graduating tonight, so please click first on the right. Check your progress toward graduation. Because if this is your 10th class, you need to make sure either way that you know what you want to graduate with. So I'm going to go to that next. But complete the form for tonight, bit.ly/continuing ed 2025. Yes, we have an abundance of education out there in the permanent library. Please check that out as well. And then if you're going to graduate tonight, please put in there if you want 2 of the emotional aromatherapy touch oils or a doTERRA teachable course. We're technically, when you look at this, paying you for almost coming to this. When you look at over a year, you will get all of those or several courses, depending on how many classes you attend. So here we are compensating you. So please take advantage of that. 3 ways to purchase: retail, wholesale, and below. We all want everyone that we invited tonight to get below wholesale. So how do you get that? All of us can throughout the year, below wholesale. As I say each week, please check your stash, do inventory. And I will tell you, for instance, this little, these 5 meals here, if you need 1 or 2 as giveaways, put some more on your list, create, add there for the Healthy Start Kit, and give these away with a diffuser or give them away with something else small. But what an amazing gift, and complete your stash. So here are some more of the kits as well. Love, love, love that Healthy Habits kit, getting a lot of what Ruth talked about tonight. And then the natural solutions kit as well. Of course, I think it's everybody's favorite and a great way to save below wholesale. And again, some more. So we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. There is my phone number, my email address. You can text me or call me if you've got questions, but please watch your email if you subscribe to that, or go to Discovery Essentials. If you're not part of it now, please do so that you can get that recording out there as well. I'm going to stop sharing, and I think what I will do, so Ruth doesn't have to go through all of these. I don't know how much you could see here. I'm going to see if there's anything here that is crucial. If not, don't worry about it, because Ruth, you've given us so much. Let me see if I can find. They're all important. Don't get me wrong, guys.
One of them was, can you take too many omegas?
Oh, you're muted.
You can't necessarily overdose on omegas, but you can put them to waste, okay? It is very rare for people to need more than 3 unless they are pregnant, or unless they're dealing with something like osteopenia or bone degeneration. Sometimes more omegas can be really helpful for that. Or if they're dealing with neurodegenerative disease, sometimes we will say 4 or 5 for a short period of time. But the kind of optimal maximum dose is 3. And then if you've got a little one, you can open a capsule and do half when they're younger infants. You can do 1 when they're a little bit older, and then 2 when they're in their youth and young teens. And then by the time they hit puberty, they should be up to 3.
Or is it okay to take 5 omegas if you're talking eczema, high blood pressure, any things like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Andrew and I always recommend start lower. Okay. So start at the 3 and then titrate as needed. You can titrate up, you can titrate down, but just always start with less, because it's easy to add more, but it's hard to take away.
What does E-omega do if you have low blood pressure?
Yeah, so if you have low blood pressure, it helps to stabilize and normalize those biomarkers that are genetically responsible for giving you that genetic low blood pressure. Andrew's family has genetic high blood pressure. My family has genetic very low blood pressure. So it used to be, especially when I was pregnant, or especially when I was very low blood volume because of my disease, ulcerative colitis, I would pass out often and have a really hard time not being dizzy all the time. My blood pressure was just always low. And so using the right amount of omegas can help your blood pressure get to a good, healthy rate. Now, for me, it's still like 20 below on both what would be normal, but for me, that's a healthy normal. Okay. When it gets to like 30, 40 below, that's when I'm going to be passing.
Recording stopped.
But the omegas make a big difference. They make a big difference to biomodulate. So if you need your blood pressure to come down, it's going to help with that. If you need it to come up, it's going to help with that.
Good question here. What would you consider to be a healthy range for blood pressure? And we know that standard has been coming down more and more. So what do you think, Dr. Ruth?
Yeah, so if you're looking at the AOA or AMA, they would tell you 120 over 80, okay? But really the healthy rate is what is like your own sweet spot, okay? So for me, it's about 100 over 60. If I get too high over that, I'm having headaches. If I get too low below that, I'm having dizziness. Whereas Andrew is usually between 120 and 130 over about 80, 85. All right. But it just depends. It really does depend. You don't want to get much higher. Like if you're above the 140 ratio or systolically, we never ever want to get much. 20 to 30 above that baseline is where your doctors are going to start saying, like, we need to medicate this. And like Andrew said, there's not a blood pressure medication or a cholesterol medication out there that's going to solve for high cholesterol or high blood pressure. Lifestyle has to do that. Supplementation has to do that. So we're trying to reverse these diseases.
Real quick, Dr. Ruth, if you can pick a number from 4 to 113, that's who we're going to have for the drawing tonight.
Let's do 77.
Go ahead, Kayla, if you don't mind, you can go ahead and pick that.
And tonight's giveaway is a travel
Supplement container.
It's a Dusty Road compact. So
Oh, I love those ones. Those are so good.
so that's for lucky winner, whoever 77 is.
Okay, Kayla, you pick that and come back. Question here, what would you recommend for high cholesterol as far as supplements?
Okay, so for high cholesterol, as far as supplements, you're going to do your foundational wellness trio, absolutely non-negotiable. I'm going to say that I recommend between 4 to 6 Terrazyme every single day. I do 1 on an empty stomach, morning and night, and then at least 1 with your meals. I'm also going to be really diligent about seeing if you need to titrate a little bit higher with your omegas for the first little while. So I might see if I'm on it 30 to 60 days, if I see my blood pressure starting to get into a range that I really like. If I'm not, then I'm going to start to titrate up just a little bit. Oils that I love to use are Console, especially right over the heart, right over the pulse points are really, really helpful. Also, daily mindfulness practice have been shown to be really helpful. Things like Tai Chi, yoga, just any sort of contemplative walking, being in nature, using Shinrin Yoku, we know is really great. If you diffuse that at night, that was shown to significantly reduce and help to stabilize blood pressure. So all of those things can be really, really helpful. And then, like, of course, healthy diet, healthy hydration.
And that seems to be continually, so no matter what I'm hearing from you, it's lifestyle and lifestyle.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's the best time to take Yarrow Palm?
I like to take that at night, where we like to take our probiome in the morning so that as we're moving throughout the day, it has more opportunities to integrate and be move through our body. We like to take that with food. I like to take the Yarrow Palm at night so that it actually has more time moving through my digestive system slowly without me having much motility from movement.
One last question is, should we be taking all of these supplements daily?
No.
Start with the foundational is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And add on as needed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just make that your baseline, see how you do with that, and then add on top of that. So if you are already taking some things that you're like, I know that if I do not have this, I'm just going to be really unpleasant to be around, like for me, if I don't have my MetaPower Advantage, my brain is just really hard for everyone that I work with to deal with. Those types of things you're going to keep in your system, but start low and slow and then see where you go. But foundational wellness is a like no-brainer. And then every one of you who watched this tonight, or whether you're on replay later or whatever, like, things called out to you, right? I hope there were things that, as we talked about them, you were like, okay, that one's for me, that one's for this person, that one's for whatever. See how you do. A lot of them help with multiple things. You guys probably noticed we talked a lot about antioxidant support, a lot about inflammatory support, a lot about digestive support. So instead of trying 6 different things, try one first and see how it does.
Okay, Linda Fairchild is the winner for tonight. Linda, please text your address to that number, and everyone please unmute and share your full appreciation. Dr. Ruth has given us more than 2 hours worth of education here. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
Dr.
much.
Ruth.
That was awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great
You're amazing. Thank you.
information. Loved it.
Oh,
Amazing.
all of you guys. You guys are just beautiful.
It was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And thank
You're
you
amazing. Amazing.
to Kayla. Thank you to everyone and all of you who came and shared your spirit and your knowledge and your questions. Thank you, all of you guys.
Mark your calendars for tomorrow. We'll see you at 7 o'clock. And
Woo.
I know that we'll get Dr. Ruth back on this calls again and again.
Awesome.
Take care, everyone. Appreciate being